So thank you all for coming out to our January web tips for Winshuttle. I'm Jeff Gilbert, and I joined CPS in Q2 of 2016, and I've been working within SAP and Winshuttle for about the last 18 years, having various roles from project consultant, project manager, architect. So I've been working on all aspects of SAP and Winshuttle projects, and spanning just about every industry out there. As well, within SAP, my historical background has been in HR, but I have, with Winshuttle, I've been able to cover, everything from finance and logistics, QM, procurement, just about every module within SAP. So that's kind of where I come from, and what we're going to talk about today is using and accessing and navigating customer hierarchies within Winshuttle forms. So within SAP, there are, as you guys know, there's several types of hierarchies. You have your customer hierarchies, your product hierarchies, organizational, cost center. Even within HR, there's organizational hierarchies there as well, personnel hierarchies. So there's all different types of hierarchies that you need to be able to navigate to put your new customers or products in the right place and classify them properly within SAP. And with that as well, there's many different tables that are needed to be able to properly get to those hierarchies. And if you're familiar, just for example, customers are in the KNVH table within SAP, and it's not an easy table. I mean, it's a fairly simple table, but you just have to look from one, you have your left column, your right column, one reports to the other, but then you're jumping back and forth in that table to continue navigating down the chain. So it's very important organizationally to get that right, and what I'm going to show you today is kind of how I've designed an easy way to utilize those hierarchies and be able to navigate that in a Winshuttle form. So without further ado, we'll jump right into a demo here. Let's see. Okay, so here we have just a simple form, and I'm not sure, some of you may, for example, within customer hierarchies, I had one client that actually, just for customers, had to select 4 different hierarchy types to classify their customers in, each new customer that was created. So, for example, this little hierarchy solution you see here was set up 4 different times within one single customer create form. So in this, you come in and we've got a drop-down table here where you can look at all the different customers within the hierarchy, where you can select what you want for the root organization or the root in the hierarchy. So in this case, I'll use Americas, and with that, it's going to automatically run a query and populate my next table here, where I'm going to then select the next level. And then, if you happen to pick the wrong one, simple enough, you come back, no, I wanted headquarters. And then you get all your choices there, pick your next one, and then the queries are going to run back, look at which one I selected here, and then give me all of the related entries within that hierarchy table that apply for the next level down. And I can select the next one here, quickly grab the next one, and then now we have the level within the hierarchy which we need to assign to, in this case, say the customer that we are creating. And then at any time, if you did decide, oh, you know what, I did do that wrong, you come back, you start over, and it'll allow you to come back and write over those. So it's a simple solution, and ends up working a little easier and a little better than sometimes you could do just multiple drop downs and then have to filter and reload those entries. I have seen some issues with that before, but this one here was what I found to work the best to navigate the hierarchies, and as well did the same demo for architects and even management at Winshuttle, and they very much liked the idea and wanted to even use that in some of their future implementations. So like I said, simple, easy to use, easy to navigate. You can copy this, put it in multiple times, and then just update the query so that you can update multiple hierarchy types or just the one that you need. And then when it's all said and done, you save and route, and you're out. Let's see. So that was a kind of quick and easy demo there, but any questions, any thoughts, any discussions that anyone would like to have regarding the hierarchies? Okay.
Okay, it looks like we maybe have one question coming in here. Let's see if I can read it. Can you click on that to?
I have it up on the screen now.
Okay. Can you show how you accomplish this?
Yeah, I can show a quick. I have my. Let's see. So essentially, in your solution, you've got your fields where you're holding the hierarchy, and usually within the hierarchy or for the customer, you want to assign at whatever level, however many levels you have, 2, 3, 4, 5, the level that's going to be assigned to the customer itself. So you have each of those lined up here. In this case, I created the root as just a drop down. And then from there, once this is selected, there's the customer number associated with this root level is basically my input for this, what's called up here, query L2. So that's the query that's looking to get the level 2. So once this field is selected, that kicks off the query. That query output, which you can see we have the query over here, the set fields, which are going to be your selectable table, and then the output of this L2 query populates this table. And then when you select the row in this table, there's going to be a rule, and each of these tables has that same. Let me see if I can get that rule to come up. It has a rule that says, okay, when you select this, we're going to set this field to the customer number, and then we're going to clear this table so we don't have all that data still sitting out there. Then once this field is populated, there's a rule that says when this field changes, run the next query. So it's just like a chain reaction. Set this field, run the query, populate this table, select this row that you want, which sets this field, clears the table, runs the query, populates this table, and then it's just kind of that chain reaction of fields going back and forth down the line. So each of these needs its own query control. In this case, I use a SharePoint list. You can also use, at previous clients, I've used SQL tables. And then you just have a Winshuttle query that will populate that SQL table with the hierarchy data out of SAP, and then you'll be able to grab that data from SQL or SharePoint's probably not normally the best idea because you're going to have so many rows. In this case, just being a demo, and there's only, in the demo system we have, there's only like 50 or so rows in that table, so it wasn't a big deal to do it that way.
So if you'd like, if you have some follow-on questions to that, we can, you can unmute your mic. Do you want to have a little conversation about that? Or are we good? Thank you, Jeff.
No problem.
Should I say your name? Beth, did that make sense? We can assume yes. Yes, awesome. Thank you. All right, Jeff, that made sense. Thanks. So hopefully this is useful if anyone is using hierarchies now. So Jeff, you said that this has been implemented in a couple places, and same sort of approach might work for other hierarchies as well?
Yes.
Perfect. Well, does anyone else have any more questions you want to type in the window? This is kind of short and sweet, but I think we'd love your feedback on taking one specific topic and, really honing in on that. And again, we have set the WEBtips schedules for the next few ones. It's on our website with what the agenda items are, but we always look for input as to topics that might help you in your day-to-day. Okay, so if anyone has any comments about that, go ahead and just type them in. Other than that, Jeff, I think we can proceed. So wanted to just let everybody know, if you can click through and bring up the items, Jeff, we've got a couple things where the CPS team is going to be hosting various events, and then we also have another WEBtips in February, same third Thursday. So February 9th, we're going to have a Lean Utopia session in Dearborn, Michigan. And that session is going to be at a very cool venue, the Henry Hotel, which is near the Henry Ford Museum. So information's on our website about that. We also have the next user group in Ohio is going to be hosted by Rockwell Automation on March 9th. So those are always great events, both Lean Utopia and the Ohio WUGs, where clients can get together, share use cases. We've got some really good presentations about things around materials, product life cycle, engineer to order, lots of conversation and cool ways to use the Winshuttle investment that you have. And then next month's WEBtips, we're going to be showing the Excel-based workflow that comes out with Studio 11. So for those of you, I know some on the phone are contemplating upgrade schedules and kind of planning for getting environments ready for Studio 11 along with the Foundation 11 release. This will be a really good demo to show you what those capabilities look like in a deeper way. So thank you for that. I think the wrap-up email that you're going to get from the webinar will have the link to YouTube. So this recording will be up there shortly, along with all of the past ones. And just remember that we're here for you. If you want to skip to the next slide, Jeff. Many of you are aware of this and kind of working with us in this capacity, but our solution care offering is meant to help people consistently in a planned way around all things Winshuttle and SharePoint and whatever else might be happening in your environment. So if your organization is not currently using that offering, we would be really happy to set you up with 5 free hours and just get to know kind of what your pain points are, what we might be able to help with, and how you're using the tool. So that is our session today. I appreciate everybody coming back, and we had some great attendance today. Everyone's fresh in 2017 and ready to keep automating process. So thank you very much.